Today I'm baking these fluffy jam-filled buns or rolls if you want to call that. The key in this is to let it proof. If your buns are dense, you did not proof it enough. First, I'm gonna start by warming up milk. 200 milliliters of milk that's going in here. Into this I'm adding 7 grams of dry yeast and 100 grams of sugar. I'm gonna mix this up a little bit and then let it rest so the yeast can grow, and that's when it's activating. Okay, another bowl here. I'm gonna mix in 1 whole egg and 1 egg white. The yolk I'm separating for the top, the brush on top, and then butter. I have 60 grams of butter, which I'm gonna melt until it's like lukewarm, not hot, and then mix together and then whisk very fast because the butter is hot. You don't want to cook the eggs while you're whisking it. The butter is also cooling down, so it should not cook the eggs. And then for my filling, you can use any kind of jam, but the problem with jam is that it's very liquidy, so we need to reduce that liquid. I'm using a whole can of jam. This is cherry jam. There's some pieces of a whole cherries on top. I'm gonna put this in a saucepan between low and medium, and about for like 20 minutes. It's gonna simmer in there and the liquid is gonna evaporate, reduce, and it's gonna be thicker. So when I bake it, it will not leak out of the buns. I know this looks very liquidy. It will look very liquidy, but once it cools down, it's gonna be much more thicker. My yeast has grown, activated, and I'm adding my butter egg mixture in here and whisk it until it's combined. And into this, I can add my flour. 480 grams of flour, in we go, and then just with a spatula gonna mix this up a little bit just so when I put it in the stand mix it's not gonna explode everywhere, just a little bit combined. And then for my stand mix, I'm using the white attachment. That's for bread. It's gonna knead the dough, so you don't have to do it by hand. This is gonna go on for like about 10 minutes ish. First it looks like a mess, but it will come together, don't worry. I also added 1 teaspoon of salt. I think I forgot to mention that. Oops. So it looks like this in a few minutes, but a few times I'm stopping it and with a spatula kind of removing it from the attachment because we need it to mix as much as we can. I felt like it was just kind of stuck in one place. The more it's mixing, kneading the dough, the more gluten will form, and that's what we need in a bun, because unlike a muffin, a bun like this has to stick together. A muffin doesn't have a lot of gluten in it because it's not kneaded so much as bread, so the muffin falls apart. A little bit of oil into a bowl and a little bit of oil on my hand so I can easily transfer the dough into the bowl where it's gonna proof. And I'm gonna put it on top of the stove where the jam was and still warm, so it helps to proof it. It's winter, so it's kind of cold right now, so it will take forever for it to proof. So put it in a warm place, and look at that, about 40 minutes and it's proofed nicely on my surface. A little bit of flour on my hands and on the surface, and I am kneading this a little bit, just a little bit, not too much. Get some air out of there, kneading a little bit. And I like to shape this into kind of like a log. I feel like when it looks like a log, it's easier to cut in half, either with this tool or a knife, or if you want to be super precise, you can also use the measurements like the weight, and then cut the half into a half, and then that into a half, and even this into a half. I'm just shaping it into a log. There you go. And these individuals gonna be my buns. If you don't want filling, you can use this recipe as is. Just shape it into a bun and then do everything I do except the jam. Just roll it into a ball and then put it in your dish where you're gonna bake it, and then you're gonna have regular sweet rolls, but I'm adding filling into it. And first I tried it with like the pinching effect. I've made these buns before and it turns out great. I've never made it with a filling, so I'm trying to see which is the best way to do to make sure that none of the jam leaks. So I'm trying to pinch it all together. That wasn't super great, and then I decided to make it like an empanada, which I'm going to show you in a little bit. But as long as it looks like a roll and it's not leaking on the bottom, perfect. I buttered my dish and the first one ready to go. And here I'm gonna try empanada way. So I'm rolling it out a little bit just to help myself. I'm putting the jam, and I'm just gonna close this just like an empanada and then reshape it into a ball. And this worked perfectly for me. Maybe you have seen some other hack to close this. Perfect. I think the most important thing in here is the recipe for the dough. It is foolproof, but like I mentioned, the trick is to make sure it proofs completely. Like right now, see, it looks dull. This needs to proof either in a warm place, or if your oven has a proof option, you can do that, or you can use the regular oven 95. It was proofing for about 15 minutes. This is a conventional oven. I can put a link down below. It has a proofing setting, and wait, hold on, look, wait just a second. Look at that. It proofed perfectly, and this means it's going to be very fluffy inside. Preheating 350. I'm going to put it for 20 minutes. And here's my egg yolk. With this, I'm just going to egg brush the top and then add some brown sugar onto it. Beautiful. And this can go into the oven, and look at this. I'm so proud of these cute little buns, and my empanada trick worked and it did not leak, which is perfect. I'm so happy. You can still like see it on the side, but nothing leaked on the bottom. It was so fluffy. It smells so good. I love yeasty dough, and I'm going to show you how fluffy it is, and we're going to open it up, but I didn't want to like squish it because I want to take some pictures before. But this recipe is perfect. If you want to make it a salty bun, just add more salt. The sugar has to say 100 grams because it's for the yeast. We want the yeast to activate, and that is with the sugar. Otherwise, these buns are not like sweet buns. What makes it sweet is the jam filling. So delicious. This was gone in a day. I thought it's gonna last until breakfast the next day, but I was wrong. It was so good, fresh, so good. It's like still hot and warm with tea. It's perfect. This recipe is foolproof for the buns, and you can get creative with your jam filling. I hope you enjoyed.